Hi, I'm Jacob. This is my godfather, Larry. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Larry and I have been living together for the past 7 years. For the last few years, we've been crossing off his bucket list and doing a little dream tour. Anything Larry puts on the list, we make it happen. He moved in with me when I was 19 years old. Larry grew up in Buffalo, New York originally. I grew up in St. Louis. That's where we currently live. We have gone on a few adventures the last few years. We went out west and did an all-American road trip, hitting Grand Canyon, Mount Rushmore, Yellowstone, Yosemite. We did American powwows. We made friends, hung out in cigar bars. We walked a marathon on the Vegas Strip. We climbed mountains in Yosemite and Yellowstone and Sequoia National Park. We did a bunch there. Last year we did a Europe trip. We actually took a cruise from New Orleans, went down to the Bahamas, shot over to Barcelona. From there we made our way up to Scotland, passing through Paris and London and Amsterdam. Larry and I's our mission is to inspire people to dream bigger and be kinder, not only to themselves, but the things around them, and encouraging people to go and chase their dreams and live them before it's too late. You can cross your bucket list off and make another one. There aren't rules, Go live as many dreams as possible while you can. Larry and I are about to go on a 6-week Europe tour. I asked Larry last year where he wanted to go, things he thought he would never be able to do on a fixed budget. He said Paris, London, and Rome. And we did Paris and London last year, so we have to hit Rome. We're also doing a bunch of other things while we're there. We're following one of our friends' band, Front Porch Around. They're playing in 5-6 countries. So we're chasing them around for a few weeks. Then we're doing Italy for a couple weeks. And then we're trying to make our way to Ireland. Yeah, I would love to make a longer YouTube video on this, more introductory. Like I said, Larry grew up in Buffalo, New York. He was born with cerebral palsy. He grew up in a facility called West Seneca. Neither of his parents were there to raise him, but he loves his parents dearly, talks about his mom and dad every day. Larry's one of the most grateful people I've ever known. Nothing holds him back. He's very kind, willing to go up to every stranger and start a conversation, try to make a new friend. I was homeschooled. I always said I was the weird kid in the homeschool group. I didn't have many friends. And as I got older, was kind of just lost in life, heavy substance using. Me and Larry started hanging out more. I've known Larry since I was 2. He went to high school with my father. Me and Larry started hanging out when I was about 17. He invited me to come up to Buffalo for him, and we did our first road trip to New York City when I was 18 years old. I think I was on break from college. I think I was on spring break or something. And Larry and I went to New York City, and I got the car towed. We got harassed by the police. I got pulled over going there, I think, and leaving there. And I got pulled over when we were in Buffalo, too. So I was 18 years old. I got an $1,800 speeding ticket when we were in Buffalo. Not fair. And getting my car towed, and then I had multiple tickets on the car when we got it, totaling like $400, and then getting the car out was like $350. And I'm going, I'm 18 in college, I live on my own. I was like, I'm broke. I was like, we need to leave New York City right now. So we came back, dropped Larry off in Buffalo, and then he asked me if he could move down to St. Louis, and I told him I'd help him figure it out. And, while his aides are setting up all of his new services and stuff, I can find a house. I'll do my construction. I was trying to build my own construction business. And I was like, let's move you here with an aide or two. We'll slowly get your services going. And you'll be set up and have everything you have in Buffalo here in St. Louis. And his caregiver that he was moving with decided to steal all Larry's money and kind of con both of us. We were in contact. She was saying, hey, I got all the U-Haul and I got all Larry's stuff. We're coming down. We're 2 days, 3 days, whatever. We're 4 hours away. Lost contact with them. Never heard from them again. They just put Larry on a plane, sent him here with a small bag of crap, and, you know, expected us to figure it out, which we did. It was very hard for a few years. You know, like I said, I was never supposed to be his caregiver. I was supposed to be running my own construction business. So when his caregiver didn't show up, we had an option. We send him back to Buffalo and he has his services, or we just start setting it up. And if I knew how long it was going to take and how hard, I probably wouldn't have done it. I have no regrets, and I would do it over 1,000 times. But it was very stressful for many years. I was trying to run construction, bring Larry on the jobs, or leave him home while he's watching TV, and running back and forth from the job to come take care of Larry. And, you know, a teenager, 20-year-old, running my own business, I wasn't making much. Just a couple of years ago, I started getting paid to take care of Larry, and that's why we decided to start doing these trips and crossing off our dreams. And for the next couple of years, next 5 years, we'd like to try to do every continent, excluding Antarctica, and experience as many cultures and things that Larry and I have both always dreamed of. I think this is a pretty good introductory video. We always close our videos off as live like Larry, dream big, and be kind. Peace. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching the video. I hope our content inspires people to do anything. Just get up and go live life a little bit. So follow along, subscribe. Thank you. Bye. That's a